because their hard point has not been great, and they went up against Falcons already and got the backhand of that. And
yeah, so looking at this, the Den Overload and the Den Hardpoint favors Falcons. They played them on it last time and they beat them. And everybody should just remember, this matchup, Aluka has dominated. Since he's come into the Falcons, 6-1 map count against the Heretics. They haven't stood a chance.
What about Den Search? Because we have Den 3 times in the first 5. It looks like 88% of the fans believe the Falcons and Aluka continue that dominance.
Did we watch that?
yeah, the Den S&D definitely leans the Falcons.
Yeah, Allie, the clutches?
Dude.
I mean,
you know how many 1v3s I had to live through yesterday?
I mean, if you could stop Kismet, good luck.
Gentlemen's had a tough time dealing with the Falcons on that map. It could be the end of this series as early as game number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, lock in for Championship Sunday from EWC 2026. The final battle of Black Ops 7 begins right now.
Look at Metals on the dance. 6. Close it all out.
They picked us. We beat them. That's it. No matter what team is coming, we're gonna get crowned champions.
And now Exnid on the flank. 1v1. Fades away. And Exnid, he's done it.
It's going to be a different Heretics. So we beat them now twice. They want to get revenge. So we need to come in with that mentality that they're not going to fall over.
Pretty decent match, made 4-0.
They are matching the pressure of the Thieves. Everyone is whipping out the NPCs. Abizi trying to locate kill number 3.
He's going to come around the back. Abizi! He's got the EP. He's going to get it in for the tie. Unbelievable.
Obviously, we got the gauntlet side of the bracket, so we took care of one Titan, and now it's just on to the next.
With all of his teammates falling, and thankfully you potentially have another Hellstone to bail you out. But the gunning is unreal.
An absolute smackdown.
Liars out of all of us. The world champions are out. The team that went 6-0 in group is gone. And the hometown favorites, the heroes, are buried.
And somehow, Championship Sunday still feels just right. 3 weeks ago in Vegas, we thought we had all the answers. Who was sitting on top in the Call of Duty world and which teams were chasing the throne.
But Paris ripped that all up. We have a rookie that hadn't played a single CDL match a few weeks ago, who's chasing for another grand final, and the lowest seeded champs still here.
And we've got the super team undefeated in series, and of course the defending EWC champions who got sweet revenge for champs last night. 4-0 was the score. Consider it settled.
4 teams woke up this morning believing that they are the very best at Black Ops 7, and this is their last chance to prove it before we move on to what's next. But by tonight, only one team gets to be right.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final Championship Sunday of the Call of Duty season.
Starting with the Big Bad Wolves, Team Falcons! They brought tears to the eyes of the Gentlemates fans yesterday after an insane comeback and clutches. But that breakup run at Champs everyone talked about, not lighting in a bottle, not luck. And even though they're getting booed here in Paris, they are ready for it. Riyadh's finest are 1 win away from proving it is for good.
That chant could ring through their heads all the way through this series. But let's welcome their opponents, Team Heretics! Heretics were not supposed to ruin yesterday. G2 hadn't dropped a map all tournament. They arrived at the quarterfinals looking untouchable. But Heretics took the first punch, dragged them all the way to map 7 and broke the perfect team. Today, they get another unbeaten one.
It is the Riyadh's Big Birds versus the high-flying Spaniards.
MC, Renkor. How are you? You good?
Good.
Look, this was the match you wanted, a rematch from earlier this week. Why will the result be different here?
Because it's best of 7, we have a lot of maps to play in this series, and we're so prepared to play against them, and we want the revenge.
Why will it be you and your team booking that spot in the grand final?
Because our team just calm, you know. That's all it is, calm.
Simple as that?
Yep.
Any last words?
Good luck, you will need it.
Good luck.
Handshake. We got one. It's tense up here, of course. This time, these two teams facing off, the stakes couldn't be higher.
This is a dance to get to the final dance. Falcons and the Heretics, you want to come out the gate swinging. Falcons, ever since they added Aluka to the lineup, they have yet to lose a dead hard point, but not the break-off that you want to have. You're going to have Celium sitting at top broke, and he unfortunately is going to fall, and now all of mid-map dominated by the Spaniards.
Yeah, they're trying to flip the spawns around here, but being held just a touch by none other than Aluka. After his first life, he comes away with 2, and now it's Kismet on the other side trying to double down. Not quite able to, so things will stabilize for a moment. Good time early for Heretics, working on the long route through mid. Aluka able to scout out some of that, and exit right there to fill the gaps.
Yeah, this is exactly what the Heretics need to do. You don't want to flood your way out through bottom. Dragon, show face on different parts of the map and force the Falcons to be in those spots to try to take you down. They do not, and this is potentially going to allow the Heretics to contest these spawns early on. Exton, know the pressure is going to be on him, but 2 Heretics already in towards the new hill.
Great damage onto Metals. Exton should be able to finish that one off, and he is. Look at the long route from Super. It's being guarded. But do you expect that Renkor's also hitting an extended route here? And Renkor gives you an elimination. So now it's just down to what Aluka can do from inside the hard point, and he's done well. Catches one, gives an opportunity for Kismet to clean up the back, but we're still fighting for spawns 15 seconds into the hill.
Kismet's not going to expect another player to be behind him. Real is not going to be able to get the kill, but now the back is going to be secure. The pressure is coming from the front. It's going to be 3 for 2 in the gunfights. Last one alive is going to be Aluka. El Diablo is able to take care of him, and there's only 30 seconds left here.
Yeah, really nicely done here from the Heretics. This continual battle for spawns is part of it, but the ability to neutralize and continually contest time on the hill is even better. Scrap time could potentially get us to a level game. You already have Exit working around towards do and selling him down low with an NPC is able to find a couple. That will help Aluka out to clear out the field, and yeah, scrap time goes to the Falcons, and they get a win on rotation.
Yeah, you heard Namus touch on it on the desk. Who is going to be able to whip out that third NPC to match the aggression out of Celium, because he's been outstanding with that weapon in hand this weekend. But off the rotation, it's still going to be a battle. Metals is thinking that it's going to be someone near the vicinity. Let me take care of X, then secure Dojo side. Now I'm going to hop in the hill.
Yeah, Celium going to be in some trouble here. Could push out from Real. He's on 4 in a row. And I will say, I think he's playing with a little bit more of that aggression that we had kind of seen from Trakes. It's just more measured. It's more complete, more part of the team as he tries to get to his killing spree, but not going to happen. Long route also developing here from Exit around the back as Aluka and Celium are ripping apart the Heretics. Easy break right there, 30 seconds to fight.
Yeah, and the Falcons have been the best break-in team here at EWC. It's about 77% chance that they can work their way back into the hard point and make it look extremely easy. Spawns in control, kills in control, but we need to start to work our way back because Aluka's gotten a read. We do not have dojo control anymore.
Yeah, a little bit of a gunfight from Xnid and Super through mid-map. Exton has an M15, takes his sight up top. Renkor in some trouble. Actually, he's working with both weapons, and all of a sudden, Kismet's got a little bit of a pinch here with him.
Okay.
Could work out nicely, but they lose track of Real. One more fight, and Real will win that huge dub. Heretics not spawning in, though, largely thanks to Aluka's presence through mid, and now the Falcons a chance to get in crest.
Yeah, Falcons have a heavy chance here with all 4 players spawning towards the back line, but no one watching the pinch, so Renkor hits a route, but he's only able to take down 1. Now you're banking on your teammates through the front to match the aggression. Super's able to take down 2, and that's good enough for Real to hold on.
Well, there is an opportunity for one more break attempt at least here for the Falcons. Spawning close. We'll do a very early Fly Saudia comms check-in with Team Falcons.
Nice.
Light speak. They're all front. Yo, two window.
I'm going to
Renkor. I don't see him new.
You can go.
He's on new. No, Renkor. He's top broken Renkor.
It's a broken. Ivy. You also have Ivy. I'm left.
Okay, hold it. Yeah, Sue's in a good corner. Yo, one pick up. He's
on me. I'm gonna go. I don't see him pick up. In time, Rank on time. In time, below Ivy. Yeah, left you. No one should touch the ghost. Under the cut.
One Ivy dead. Pick up Real. He's on time.
Ivy, time that.
Nice shot. Stay down. Hard kill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you.
I'm broken.
Have you. Open someone, please. Broken. I hear him.
I'll get it.
Be caught. One be caught. Weak.
That's last two.
You
want shot.
I make a big. Nice. You. Kill boys. Attention. Time. You weak. Attention, this again. Time. Watch out. And you,
He's really weak on time, super.
One more.
I'm coming. Yeah, go front.
I'm coming in.
Super, he's on.
Yeah, really nice that we were able to get that little picture-in-picture with Clay on camera there, because let's be honest, sometimes we just can't pick apart the voices, but you hear Clay calling out numbers, making sure they're telling where everyone is.
Yeah, regardless if Clay's going to say a lot of words or a little bit, it's still going to be very impactful of what Falcons want to accomplish around the map. He's just allowing these guys to be in flow. What they were able to do yesterday, all right, basically you don't need me at certain points. You guys understand what you need to do. But the Heretics do exactly just that on the opposite side. They have locked down his P2 HP. Aluka, unfortunately, is almost off the map, but the movement is good enough to stay alive.
I don't know what he was just standing on, maybe hopes and dreams, but the break attempt may be successful just because there's an extra body here. Unreal. Falcons able to break it from the front here. Heretics still spawning close. Exit on the cutoff, but whoa, careful. Tries to go back to the hard point and will be dealt with. Aluka, Celium, last one standing. Rencore trying to break this out with Real, but it's Cell able to stay alive. One more 1v1 for potentially some of the scrap time. And Cell's able to get the kill. Now he's got one more piece of help from Exnid, and that'll be enough for Falcons to retain the lead.
This is such a tough kill to get, man. Doesn't matter what weapon he has in hand. You're going to allow Falcons to lead, and also a lot of bodies off the rotation over towards New, so the Heretics playing from the back foot. Need to approach their way up.
Cell dealt with that ult. He should spawn over towards Dojo. Heretics trying to work on a route over through the mid-cut. Kismet is in trouble with those nades. Really well played. Semtex, Kismet will fall. Exit, good timing to try to reduce this play. Not able to find a second, though. So now it's just back to Cell once more, and Heretics will find their break.
And now they need to at least put themselves in position to contest these gunfights over towards Dojo. That's why you got Real. That's why you got Rencore applying that pressure on the front side. 30 seconds remaining here at the P3, and Falcons are going to try to give this one last hurrah, but hopefully they win the gunfight. You lose, you're going to spawn all the way across the map.
Yeah, it's very true. 20 seconds remain. Here comes the pinch from Aluka. Real able to get the 5 in a row, working close to our Hellstorm. Rencore able to get a double, and they finish off the last. Now you've got the full push through, and Falcons will spawn all the way out over to Couches.
Yeah, no lucky spawns this go around at this P5. Real on 5 in a row, getting closer and closer to earning a Hellstorm, which could be a drastic thing to deciding who's going to win this map, number 1. Early shots, going to just try to value his life, but he gets called by Exnid, so that's 2 early kills in favor of the Falcons, the best breaking team at EWC, and this is why.
Absolutely. It's one of those things that they did throughout the entirety of their champs run. They didn't have the best setups, but they were continually able to find ways to fight for spawns and flip hard points. Aluka now on 3 in a row, working for halfway through a Hellstorm thanks to these objective kills, but he will drop. Also important to note that even though maybe Real didn't get his Hellstorm, Super did earn one earlier, so there is an extra tool for Heretics.
You're going to use it, especially going into this third set of HPs. Falcons should be able to take the lead. They consistently are getting these close spawns. Kismet finessing in towards the corner, has the player weak, almost lines up the 4th, but it's Real with the pinch. Still allowing Heretics to keep the lead in their favor.
Yeah, Luka able to get one with the nade, tries to isolate and find the last gunfight. Stun comes through, he's got Metals in front of him, but Metals will double up, and that will guarantee the scrap time now for Heretics, who will enjoy right around a 15-point lead as we head to our third set of hills. It has been close, it has been competitive, and no one is given an inch.
And that was the teamwork on display right there from the Heretics. And I thought Kismet was working to get behind enemy lines, but he gets blessed with a good spawn to still do the same exact play. You're going to get caught off guard here if you are Super. Now you draw the attention from Metals to try to get this trade on to Kismet, but he spots the toes. He finds kill number 2, and now Falcons in the time.
Big moment. Super, yep, that's right. Call in the protocol here. Get the Hellstorm down. See if you can at least keep the pressure off. Aluka able to slip back underneath cover. He'll stay safe. Kiz is still playing forward. Of course, they're going to know whereabout he is. And off screen, he's just in a continual gunfight. But Heretics will get their way back in. A couple of kills come through. And now you've got Exit just trying to put some pressure on from the mid-pitch.
Yeah, with only 20 seconds left, you don't want to flip these spawns out. So if you are the Heretics, if the Falcons are able to break you, everyone else just back on up and hold your irons. Because here come the Falcons, right through Couches. One player is falling so far away here for the Heretics, so you're going to be outnumbered, but Super finds the opening.
Yeah, the problem is all the Falcons players on rotation have been scouted out and are largely being dealt with. Exit just has to play. That's actually pretty critical, but Super will spawn close. Exit actually predicts that, so now you've all of a sudden got a couple of Falcons that are spawning close. They also win the 1v1 on top of the time. Opportunity for Falcons to retake the lead.
Yeah, and Exit's on 4 in a row. Going to put himself in the objective, going to earn some nice score points to get closer and closer towards that Hellstorm. But it's Falcons again. Another lead change, but you are going to be surrounded now by the Heretics. They take the long route, and it works out to perfection. Heretics back in the lead.
All right. Big break attempt now for the Heretics. Opportunity to possibly get over the 200-point threshold, but quickly come back the Falcons. Renker holding the side door. Has to watch multiple things at once. Cleans the first one cleanly, but cannot find anything else. Super. Heretics still spawning close, trying to work their way back in for this last 8 seconds or so. But look at the rotation. Kismet's already cutting off the play over through the OE, and you've got a player on the cut here with Nexnit.
Falcons have done this every single time. At the ending of P2 to the P3, they win that wave of gunfights to give them the advantage early off the rotation towards new. If you are Kismet, you allow one player to slip on by. Real reads it to perfection. Kismet knocked down to 44 HP. He's just trying to finesse. He's dancing, but he's not able to find the kill, and that leads to the Heretics breaking.
Yeah, Dad, remember that moment right there. Falcons try to set up an aggressive zone. They let someone through, and now you have to all of a sudden put together a break attempt from Dojo's side if you're the Falcons. 3 members in the hill for Heretics. Rencor coming back to the play quickly. Super able to win the first. Luca trades. Real on 4 again. He has been a connoisseur over the top of this hard point. This time in some trouble. Lots of damage into Exit. Wants to finish this kill. He's so close to earning a Hellstorm. One more assist would do it. Can he find a way to get a kill? Not going to happen. His teammates beat him to the punch, and now it's just soak up the hard point time. Get yourself the Hellstorm.
Yup, Hellstorm now secured, and 2 players from the Falcons spawning all the way across the map, but the 2 players who were still alive find kills in their favor. So now it's all on Super. He's instantly going to fall, and this might be a situation where we're going to work along.
Players will drop. Do they still get the opportunity to spawn towards pillars? One is up, not the other. Now you have to play your life for the last 2 players for the Falcons. They're waiting for Selim to get back into the play, but they're not quite able to. Spawns will flip. Heretics will have numbers.
Falcons got to flood through the front gates. Opening kill does not go MC's way. Aluka, though, effective on the trade, but the Heretics are prepared for this push.
Metal's in some trouble. Tagged up, dealt with. Just down to what Rencor can do. Over the top, not quite able to get to. Just on Aluka, trying to play forward. Oh, he goes deep and will find a kill, but he falls off the map, and that's going to be enough for the Heretics.
No.
The spawn close, but Real just takes a dive off the hard point.
What is going on?
Falls off, dude, and someone hit the rooftop with some Vaseline. Everyone's falling off. 1v1 for the time. Super able to get the win.
But Falcons
you got a couple of Falcons. The spawn close. The contest is in. Super dealt with. Falcons are going to be able to hold. We're going to see possibly another hard point, but wait. Metals is on. You got to challenge 2 things at once, and I don't think anyone's going to get in time to get Rencor. The Heretics will take map 1.
Such a big map 1 to take as well. That has been a bread and butter for this Falcons lineup ever since Aluka has walked into the building. They were undefeated. It didn't matter if you got past that 200-point mark. They've always were able to find that clutch gene. But it's a difference maker in Real, just getting loose, getting lost.
Boys are back in town, et je le sais, vous allez les huer certainement ici à Paris. But I am standing with the Falcons fans here. Man, you guys have been the villains. You've been the villains here in Paris, getting booed, etc., etc. But is it something that you enjoy, and do you want to say anything to them?
I enjoy being the villain, actually. Yesterday, we beat a mate between the fields. Yeah. We came here to France. Yesterday, we were 20 against 2,000, and we make them shush. So today, they're cheering against us with Heretics, because they didn't get to do it against us.
Are you gonna shush them again?
Hey, I'm sure. I have trust for my team. I know I'm gonna win today. I know I'm gonna go to the final. Are they gonna cry like yesterday, guys?
Wow. Je pense que vous avez compris ce qu'il a dit. Hier, vous nous sifflez. Et aujourd'hui, on va gagner et on va encore réussir à amener des larmes dans les yeux des supporters. Alors, on va voir. I wanted to ask you, man, what are you going to do to Heretics on this series?
Smash them to pieces. They're done. They're gone.
Smashing like a key, basically.
Gone. The key's gone.
Gone, and that's it. Maybe one last word. Why do you support Falcons, and why do you think they're the best org?
Falcons is the best from the start of any tournament. Falcons, anywhere but his steps on, he be the best at all. Spanish the cheaters! Spanish the cheaters! The cheating bastards! Come on! We're gonna win! We're gonna win! Falcons are gonna do it!
Spanish! They're gonna get slammed apparently by Falcons because the Falcons are here! Let's see if the Spaniards are ready on this game too!
Let's go!
Chaos over there. Super has brought the sniper rifle to play. Early aggression right through the inside of middle and trying to push out Celium. Nice isolation there. Double defensive setup up top at Barn. Could still defend this position, but we have nades to use. And that's going to be enough to find Kiz. Luke will find one from behind, gives us a chance for a 2v3, but Heretics have control.
And they know exactly where these last two players from the Falcons are going to be located. Exit, unfortunately, will fall. And now it's all left up to the new kid. 1v3. The player is not going to be on this side, and by the time he gets over towards bricks, it's already planted.
Yeah. Best route available would be to hit this one. Brent Corsine tag Metals on the long cross, and Supers right there to finish things off. Clean from Miami. And I'll tell you this here, their mid-rounding has been really, really good. Scope out for Exton, trying to match the presence of Super. Bomb still holding at mid, and Kismet's going to try to get up to window. There's a contestant here. Oh, can he get the pop-up? There's a shot out. Kismet is just going to slink across and then make his move in. And I don't think there's any way the Heretics know that he's here.
Absolutely not. Crawls his way up through the street like a caterpillar. And is now waiting to take the bite. Finds a double there from the Bulldog, 4v2.
Unbelievable play. Real seen on the cross back over to try to contest, and Celium will find Rencor on the island. So now it's just down to Real for the 1v4. So look at the first one. Is there any separation? No, not quite. Big play from Kismet. Oh. This route, he would be taking it towards B. Wow, heavy stack here for Falcons. Looks like it's mostly just grenades. So Luca, good damage on the Metals. He's going to need for some help to show up, and Exton will be there. So likely no scope for Exton this round, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but fantastic plays already there from Aluka. Gathering the info, putting down shots, not allowing them to be as fast as they wanted to be, and now relocating through the middle of the map for the first blood. You know exactly where the rest of the Heretics players are going to be, trapped in towards bricks, so just use your numbers.
Yeah, super lucky to be alive right now, and it looks like Falcons want to try to go quickly, but Metal's able to cut off one. Pistol out for Aluka. Wow. Gets baited into the trap. Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean, that was just a web spun up, and I think it's just simply
the dry. A 3v4 clutch. I would have loved to see more patient plays there from the Falcons.
Yeah.
Basically, give up that bomb plan. You had a lot of attacks to retake that with ease, but you rushed to play, and Heretics make you pay for it.
That's just one of those rounds that you feel like you've got the extra weapons there. So you're trying to rush it. Doesn't work out, and now all of a sudden, little sleight of hand. Hey, look at these ducks crossing across the barn. Super's down low, able to find the opening pick.
Super has the most snipes on the weekend. I haven't said that since Major 2. It's been almost 6 months since he's been finding a success with the boomstick, but another first blood for the Heretics. Now Kismet trying to go back to the play that worked out for them the first round, man. But this is why you don't peek this guy. 4v2.
He's hitting. Kismet behind the play, able to even this up a touch though. He's got one more stock. Help on the way, able to shut him down. So close to trading that back to a 2v2, but now it's down to Celium. Forces one out of cover, and Super's right there to find another. Kismet will get into Junkyard. There comes Real. Oh, you got to win that if you're Cell. Wow. Big win for Real. Cell had the first shots in. 4v3. Now the Heretics can move, but Aluka gets a quick counter through the middle of the map.
Yeah, it was an ego child there from Super. A heat check. Still a manageable situation. Metals is able to fly on in, catch that trade onto Aluka. So still the big numbers pick in favor of the Heretics, but Exton with a quick find.
Yep.
2v2 with Kismet working the flank.
Does he see the bomb? I think he does.
He did now.
He does, and he's able to find Metals on top of that. Exton seen in the corner down to the 1v1. Kismet is going to play deep. Surely he saw the bomb.
Real's not going to have time for this.
I don't think he will either.
15 seconds left. You have to get this bomb and go into bricks and instantly work this bomb plan and hope to God Kismet is not here.
Kismet didn't see him.
He spotted him.
Maybe. Did he maybe just barely catch info? Yeah, sure did. Easy follow-up for the Bulldog. That or he just thought, well, no one's at the Heretics will give themselves some space to reset.
Running around as a duo, both squads want to play the trade. But you have lost info. No idea where they are going to be. 45 seconds left. Celium's going to throw a shoulder. Now you know exactly where the play is.
Yeah, it's going to be on Exit to pick up this bomb. They're waiting to see if there's going to be any further contact at the top side at barn. Exit will collect. Oh, Cell's a little bit stuck right here. Has to take some sort of a fight. He's looking for help on Exit, who is back into the play. No forced battle here from the Heretics. Just going to take that position front side at trains. Here comes the play. There's the C. Metals able to find the first. Exit doesn't really even get a shot off onto it. Now it is down to 1v2 for him. He has no idea where Super's gone off to, so he's going to try to maybe reset this. And he's trying to bait, saying, hey, I've gone A, but Heretics are wiser to it.
Doesn't give himself a chance.
Doesn't give himself a chance. You're absolutely right.
I thought he was going to hit the
work out. Exton's able to find the bomb carrier through mid.
Little peekaboo.
Yeah, a little bit. Hi, how are you? Kismet sees the nade being queued up for a toss. Easy follow-up. Real, the last one left. Catches the first. 45 seconds. Not impossible, but obviously 1v4 doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah, not on Fringe with 35 seconds remaining. Bomb being down dead center of the map. And not a single player from the Falcons looking to be in a scam position. The time is at the red. Got to get a move on it if you want Real to stand a chance here. He's going to have to commit with this NPC right through bricks.
Yeah, and Falcons are just going to let him plan and then just play this retake together. So we'll see how Real sets himself up. Just do not scam here if you're a Luca. Don't scam if you're a Luca. Okay, they're going to try to bully him out through the alleyway. Real puts himself into a corner. Just doesn't get through the window, though. As I say, that's about how you would do it.
Yeah. Exton gets there just in the nick of time. Locates the final kill, secures the round, but the Bulldog is literally doing everything right now for the Falcons to just keep themselves in the fight in this S&D.
Yeah, legitimately everything. First bloods, nades, clutch moments.
Holy shit, bro. Yeah, I mean,
unreal. Yep. Okay, back to the attack, and they're going to go back to B. They're saying there's no way Heretics throw rock in this rock, paper, scissors battle twice. Smoke blocks out the side alley, and the nades come through again. It's not hard work, but it's honest work. Doing the custom games and just throwing nades around the map.
The guy's a grinder, and he continues to show it. Early numbers here for the Falcons, but the Heretics, again, are just going to step up the aggression, try to catch them off guard, but this time the Falcons are ready. 4v2 Super Falls. Rancor is surrounded, 1v3.
Yeah, Metal's able to find the first, not able to do much more, though. Just too many numbers to deal with. Kismet did. No success this time. We're 4v4.
You waste a lot of attacks to not commit over through the train yard. So now you're going to retreat back to your spawn. Super's gathering info, but Falcons and throwing shoulders, value in their life.
Yeah, I think most importantly there, Luca's trying to play the white truck. He gets back to safety because there's a lot of action, and it turns into a first blood onto Real. Talk about your immediate cause and effect call right there. Heretics, after that opening pressure at B, are going to just bank on the fact that they could still have some numbers to play through trains.
Selim gets the info. It's going to allow Kismet to hit that go button or just get back to his teammates and use the extra gun. 30 seconds left. You know they have to commit here.
Oh, really good timing on the peek from Cell. Turns that into 2, plus help from up top at the barn. No worries there.
Has been the Bulldog, but the rookie finds the angle onto Real for the first blood this go around. Rocking the M15 for those long distance gunfights. That's all you see in this highlight reel. Falcons, 1 round away.
How big this would be, too, considering that
you will be able to see the feet. Kismet is crawling. Well, oh my God, he might be the blindest player of all time.
There's no way! Real surely is trolling. And maybe that was dictated. Okay, we'll let him get through so I can get through. I don't know. I'm going to give him credit. Benefit of the doubt, but Kismet looks like he's through, bro.
They don't know where Kismet is.
And
now he's going to make his positioning known. Gets the trade on to Real. Smoke grenade and cause some chaos. 3v3, 35 seconds.
You have to be joking. Here comes the hit, under 30. Metals dives in, lots of damage, cannot find the kill of the Falcons, though. Super's right there with him. Same can be said for Rancor on the backside of the alleyway. No bomb. You're trying to play to open up the space. Here comes Exit on the slide. Shut down. Not going to happen there. And I'm going to have questions about Rancor.
It's a team nade.
It's a team nade. He can shake this off and still hit this route, but we're running out of time. Aluka may have seen Rancor in the back, and now Kismet's position's known. 4v4 over the top of the B site. 20 seconds on the clock. Kismet. Whoa. Stuck. They're going to try to rewrap the bomb to A. This is ludicrous. You gotta go quick. Cell wins a big 1v1. Exted. Metals. Delayed. Cell will drop. Bomb's being planted, but Exted falls. It's all onto the new guy.
Aluka in a 1v3. This will be generational. He's able to pull this off for this Falcons lineup.
He has to be able to check the bomb, though. Can he find Super?
He pulled it.
He's already past halfway. Not gonna happen. Heretics will take the backgrounds and go 2-0 up.
Every single time the Falcons on their attacking rounds have tried this slow and steady wins the race, they just wasted too much time in that final round. They put themselves in good positionings, but it's 2-2 split. You can't commit on the bomb plan because Kismet is getting back down, and you know Celium is going to be overwhelmed in the final 20
Heretics looking to take a commanding edge in this series by winning this overload, but again, if there was ever a map mode combo the Falcons would want to see to get the momentum going, it'd be right here, right now.
That's a good play call there from the Heretics. All right, you lose that first gunfight, but we're still going to play the patient game. Falcons are going to try to press their advantage, and you find 3 kills in sync. So now Real turns into the lead blocker. El Demonio almost gets loose, but the score still goes in. Heretics up 1.
Yeah, I mean, Aluka just looked like he was...
Garden. Buena, quédalo de cara. Vale, sí, medio. La bola está roto, ¿vale? Está abajo roto. Y yo te quiero couches, roto y couches. Y quiero heavy, está quiero couches, ¿vale?
Oh, here we go. This is what we're talking about. You can hear the comms scattered. It's frantic. There's a lot of hits coming all over the map. And now all of a sudden that possession time is looking for a potential score, and Reluca will get in and actually find the pistol kill onto Real on top of that.
Pressure was coming in. That's all. Sounds like a team that's well polished. But regardless, Falcons are able to tie the game. Now with 2 minutes still on the half. Reset over towards the rooftops. The battle of the rooftops continues to brew. And Exnet has another gunfight that's going to go Rancor's way. 3 in favor of the Heretics.
You got Real on a pinch. Trying to guard it. Not going to quite be able to. The Real is low. He will fall. Cell trying to get in position defensively. Gunned by Metals. But Super right with him the whole way. And now you've got elimination. And all of a sudden a swing comes through for Heretics towards the B point. Real could only go so far, though. Able to cut off Kismet. Defense will have their eyes on 2 things at once here with 45 on the clock.
Real just keeps on drawing the attention.
Yeah, I like this.
Aluka just did a spinaroo through the middle of the map, just trying to locate where the hell he is. And now Aluka's going to work on this pinch route. Real's going to create space on the opposite side, and Aluka's also going to get taken down. So this is where the Heretics are going to rotate it back over through Dojo. But the EMP carrier is getting cut off by Celium. Got to take the long route back.
It's a really good reposition from Cell right there. Otherwise, it would have led to a very desperate defensive setup. Now you have a couple of defenders over through Dojo that are going to be tested by Super first. He feels like he's got an advantage. Tries to go to the pistol. Rancor working with him. Shut down. Aluka still holding his life. Metals trying to keep this Dojo position in the name of the Heretics with 10 seconds remaining. They would love to get their hands on this EMP again, but easier said than done. Chance off the spawn here for Falcons to have the last possession of the half.
And the reset is not going to go down, so the final push is going to come in from the Falcons. They would love to go into the halftime up, or at least tied up. Final 25 seconds. Trades already going down. It's a 3v3 scenario, but one of your teammates only have a pistol, so you have to choose wisely when you're going to commit. Aluka finds a double. Aluka finds a triple. And now you just have to cross the finish line.
And they're going to be able to. What a play from Aluka. Absolutely smokes 2 with the
fist. The rookie making it happen here for the Falcons. Great shots onto that AR duo. The pistol even better, and then the beatdown on a Real. Team White to tie the game up at the half. Give it a cross past this line to take the lead up by 1. But the Heretics are trying to set this one up. Super, unfortunately, will be spotted through mid-couches, so your pinch player is going to be equalized. And now the Falcons know we have the gunny. We have an extra one. Let's just start to send it.
They got some numbers back. Rancor trying to get out of mid for a moment, just trying to show if he can maybe pull the defense. And there's Extend right there to match him. One more to get. It's Real. Super trying to keep his teammate alive. Nice shots, but Real will still drop. Super now the next one in the eyes of the Falcons to take care of, and they will find the kill they're looking for. An opportunity to play with the offensive flusher here for the Falcons.
Now you're in the face of the Heretics in a position that they don't want to be, but 2 kills already going in favor of the Falcons. You have a 3v2 on this side of the map because Kismet is not going to be involved in this play, but it's the dance here from Exnid. He's trying as much as he can to just finesse the game, but Super takes him down, and Heretics now off the respawn. Get it out of here.
Yeah, they've got an opportunity to get some space.
Falcons are the aggressors. A big way on the game clock. Exnid finds a double. Another opportunity to potentially get this score, but Metals playing a creddy spot. Catches you off guard. Super effective on the trade, and now MC just needs to win a gunfight just to keep his life. but nothing to show for it. Another stop for the Heretics.
Yeah, nothing really changing. It's just this little game inside the 30-yard lines for both teams right now. Like I said, we'll drop off of a nade. Kismet in some trouble. Tries to up and over. Not going to happen. Faze also down. He will fall. This is an opportunity to score. His super hits the pinch, finds the win off the spawn, and Heretics are up 1.
And they have the reset as well over towards the dojo side. So you have it in, but the stop is there. Falcons still have a chance.
Kismet barely gets back. Barely gets back. Quick re-hit from Xnit. Does get revealed by the stun. Look at Metals. Metals is all the way out towards B, but no gunfight win there from X. That would have put a ton of pressure on these last 2 defenders at A. Instead, we're under 30 seconds to play, and you have to wait for Exton now.
And here comes Metals from mid-cut. Trying to play the timing game, not fully going to commit. You already know that Exton is off the respawn, trying to locate where you are. But the battles that are brewing over towards the dojo side are in favor of Real. So Kismet has to get back all the way through the spawn. Allow his teammates off the respawn and try to keep him safe, and he gets gone.
Now Luca has got to find both, but will fall. Real in some trouble over to her couches. 3 seconds. You got to pick up the. You need to win this gunfight. It's not going to happen. The Heretics are going to keep it on the ground and take map 3.
They are playing for the Falcons' mistakes. They get past that 50-yard line where they know they have to commit on the objective, and they consistently are finding the opening kills. It was a perfect flank there from Super. A perfect double from the front out of Metals leads to a clean 4 dead, which leads to the goal that won you the game. Heretics in the world to see. This is why you put the band back together.
Absolutely.
Wow.
What a finish. Well, the Heretics are up big. We've got our main man, Ian Chambers, down on the floor with the Heretics.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm down here with some very happy Heretics fans. 3-0 up in the semifinals. TJ, Brian, TJ, you must be feeling incredible right now.
I feel great, man. It's crazy. We've been doing so well, and I can't wait for us to get to the finals.
Brian, what changed? Because earlier this week, Falcons had your number.
I feel like overall they weren't confident, and unfortunately they lost the first time. But after reviewing VOD and getting ready overnight, I feel like they're a lot more confident heading into this semifinal match.
You guys have been loud throughout this entire week backing your team, but it must feel good this time around to have the Paris fans on your side too.
Oh yeah, sure. It's been great for them. I've been loving Paris itself, so thank you guys for supporting us this time. And when we get to the finals, I hope we can, make sure we give them a lesson too.
The Heretics fans love you guys. Merci beaucoup. Hey, listen, there's something else that we need to talk about here, and that's the club championship, right? Falcons are currently in 2nd place. So if they go on to continue to win here, they could climb up that leaderboard and win millions and millions of dollars. You could stop that right now. Do you want to stop them winning that money?
Yes, sir. All the way. 100% Heretics all the way.
What about you?
Oh, 100%. Yo, let's drop their bag, man. Come on.
Listen, I told you about all these Paris fans who are on your team. Before we go, do you want to teach them a chant? One of your Spanish chants?
That's you, bro.
Yep.
Team Heretics, ale ale.
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 All right. Jay, what were they chanting?
Oh, no. See, I'm not that good at Spanish.
Oh, damn.
I wish I was.
Okay. 3-0 up. Heretics. Again, it's just been so close for the Heretics. Quick dive onto the hard point, as we often see from the Falcons. Metals trying to open up a route over through Rock side, and Real will pinch it up. That's a nice way to counter the break-off. Just play the SMGs on the outsides of the map. You want to play inside, we'll play outside. No worries there. Heretics able to at least get some sort of a breakdown, but now they're on a staggered spawn setup trying to get back together.
Yeah, Real already took some premature shots, so his positioning is going to be known, but the finesse game is outstanding. Able to get the better there of Aluka. Now the pressure from your teammates on the opposite side is going to lead to an extremely clean break. All 4 dead. Real is on one.
And he's playing with a different level of tempo right now. Holy cow. 4-1, 3 in a row after that opening route that we witnessed. Heretics still trying to just hold on to the right side of the map. A couple of kills do come through for the Falcons. Gives them a chance to try to counteract what already this opening play had looked like for Team Heretics. And as they try to rotate, they will be shut down. P2 will currently belong to the team in red.
Yeah, the layers that were created right there from the Heretics and the spots they decided to choose, you're just not going to be able to read it. So 3 kills already cleared out towards the backside. First wave getting shut down, but Real is going to start to feel this pressure. Stuns are going to connect. Thankfully, Super spawns alongside him, but he doesn't even need Super when he's shooting like that.
Yeah, but here's an opportunity to break in from the front. Whoa, hold on a second. Nice shots there from Super. One more player will spawn up at least for the Heretics. Rancor will spawn out. Exit inside the hard point. Going to get a little bit of help from Kismet, but both players are low. Both players will fall. Heretics re-break.
Yeah, that's a perfect break right back on in, because knowing that you still have those back spawns, we want to walk away with this time. Falcons are going to forfeit this final 20 seconds. But you get sniffed out if you are Luka, so quickly going to fall. Depending on how quickly he is going to spawn and also your teammates getting kills. Thankfully, they find 2 at the perfect time. Falcons should be flawless off this rotation for a good chunk of time.
Zell in some trouble here up top. Respects it. Luka watching the cutoff from the front side at bridge, able to take down 1 at elevator. Not going to get the second under Rancor. Sellium looking to find that trade, but is caught. Opportunity here for the Heretics as Kismet just gets a little bit blindsided. Spawns are up for a small moment, but all of a sudden everyone's starting to fall, and the Heretics are going to run away with this break attempt.
Yeah, the reason why Falcons were basically undefeated in hardpoint before this series started is because they weren't in scam positions. They weren't throwing away their lives for free, but you're trying to do a little bit too much right now. And that's allowing these openings for the Heretics, and they're taking full advantage of it. Shots out of El Diablo, not good enough to take care of a Luka. So Falcons are going to get this one last hoorah for this final 20.
Okay. It gives you a 50-50 split on the hard point, but that's not going to feel like a win right now for Falcons. This may, though. Kismet's able to give you an opener backside dojo. And he's got eyes on more. But Rancor's right there to help.
Oh my goodness!
Man, pieces up 2 through the window. And Rancor is going to have 3. Heretics will have the rotation, and there's a split spawn situation for
Diablo and El Demonio. Both of them are popping take over here at this P4. Great shots to clear out the back. But already in the front, Falcons are knocking at the door. The Bulldog finds 2. Sellium finds the 3rd. The break is good enough, but you got to take care of Super.
And they will. Rancor also dealt with. Wow. That was about to get disastrous for Team Falcons. But Kismet bails them out again. Aluka not able to get the snap over to Metals. Opportunity here for the Heretics to give this one more hit. Kismet waiting for his time to pounce. Able to find 1. Back over towards the den window. Able to get some damage out and help Sellium with a little bit more. Plus you get the kill. Now an opportunity to rotate over as Kismet's on 5, soaking a lot of that hard point time. He should be close to a Hellstorm.
Yeah, he might be able to earn it off of this final 10. And that could be big for the Falcons players who have now cut the deficit to only 10. You have the spawns that you want at least early on, but Real flies in through the warehouse and pops 2, and Kismet is not going to waste any time calling this Hellstorm, but he's going to be surrounded and he's going to fall.
Well, let's take a listen here. Oh, everyone drops action. I was about to say we're going to do a quick listen in with the Fly Saudi comms check-in with Team Falcons as they try to break this hard point.
1 Zig, 2 P2.
That's him.
I spawn in the back. Rancor's going to spawn on you.
One stacks. I'm waiting. Check me left. Chase. Let's go.
He's on time. Your side time.
I'm blocking.
I right here. 2 low milk. They're out. Metals out. Right side. Left side dead. One guy's low milk.
Long mid. Nice.
He's on time.
One more Zik. Oh, go, baby. Yo. I'm gonna go top 3, bro.
Okay, I'm following you, Sid. Let's go small.
Yeah.
Dead. I stun lobby.
No, Nade to bridge.
I hear. Lobby. He's in lobby. Time. He could be laying down right there.
Laying down. There's 2 lobby, bro. 2 lobby.
I'm gonna play
one more lobby. Yeah, one milk. Still milk. He wants milk. Milk on their side lobby. Milk on their side lobby.
Anti pinch. I'm waiting.
Nice one, no, Zig. Mr. Zig.
I'm in lobby.
Elevator.
Elevator, one shot.
Low milk, one shot.
Right.
Well on third.
Yeah, turn me.
One shot lobby real. He's in lobby. He might go small. Small, I think. Real.
It's just another one of those moments where it just feels like this map has been in control for the Heretics, but you look up at the scoreboard, not only are Falcons keeping themselves in it, they're in the lead.
Yeah, and that was a flawless P1. Heretics, every time they try to approach to get them out of the time, it was effective trades and crossfires that were set up there from the Falcons that allowed them to walk away with a majority of that hard point. So now the race over towards P2. They already have 2 players in a position and the spawns to go with it. Real has to get it done by himself. And for now, he's stalling out so much time to allow his teammates into play.
But Kismet, he was trying to be a secret agent just sitting in the corner.
How does that happen?
Yeah, man. It just looked like Kismet was about to try to break things open, but you still get a couple of Falcons that can hold in the back. They're desperately trying to win these spawns out. But at some point, you have to have both sides of this play meet together on top of the hard point, and as they do, the bunker from the Heretics is holding strong. A couple more members will still be nearby, but Aluka's not the last one left. He's tagged. And honestly, if you're Heretics, you're just going to sit inside the hard point and continue to let them split spawn like this.
Yeah, and if I'm the Falcons, I can challenge these guys because we want to spawn out of this position so we can set up properly at the next HP. But you're going to get beat to the punch. Rencor in the spot that could potentially call game here if you allow the Heretics to chain this hard point as well. He's locking down the back, runs out of shots with the M15, but the teammates are here to clean up the rest. It's good from the Heretics.
We find ourselves in a very familiar position where the Falcons have to find a way to break open P3. They're going to find the first 2 kills. If they can get Metals out of position here, this would be huge. He's tagged. He's low. A couple of the players in the Heretics will spawn out. Falcons will be in the same. Oh, they're going to spawn backside staircase. What a gift this would be. Opportunity to still hold, and boy, do they ever need to. Exited the back, stunned out. Aluka trying to hold the back door. Heretics with their setup. Now trying to collapse from multiple points of ingress at the same time, but Kismet gives you 2, can come back to the hard point. It's just down to can you find the last Heretics, and yes, they can. Falcons will get the scrap.
Falcons going to be able to take the lead with this final 20. Now it's a race off the rotation. Every single gunfight from this point on is a big one. Aluka peppers one player, but is not able to finish his food. And now it's all onto the Bulldog. Just trying to play the sneaky game. A little bit of hide and go seek, but he has been sniffed out. He gets surrounded there by Metals, and Exton also is going to fall. So a flawless rotation here from the Heretics to take the lead right on back.
Their catalyst, you need someone else to show up. Is it going to be Piz? Is it going to be Cell? No, instead it's Aluka to win 1 through mid. Kismet will get on to try to contest the hard point. Real tagged, also naded. Rencor holding the space through mid, now has to go assist onto the hard point where Super's right there to help out Real. Luca's able to give you 1. He has been special on this hard point in the past, but not here. Only 1, and this is not structured enough for Falcons to be picked apart 1 by 1.
And it's Celium, the last man standing. Trying to wait for his teammates to get into the play. Aluka takes some space up through the middle of the map. Celium gonna put himself in position to contest. You do not want to give this final 20 to Heretics.
No, you do not. Contest is okay. Winning it would be better. Heretics will still be spawning behind. They have a chance to play for rotation first if they would choose to. But all of a sudden, you get straight eliminations here for the Falcons. How do they keep getting themselves out of these holes they're digging themselves into? Unreal. Metals will lock down the back for now. He's being guarded by 2 Falcons, which means that on the hard point, Celium has to play his life best he possibly can.
Yeah, he drew so much attention, and you're thinking it creates an opening through the front door, but it's 3 kills in sync here for the Falcons.
Unreal.
When you gotta have it, this is when you desperately need it. Falcons are going to be able to take the lead. The Heretics spawns are so far away, and they're going for a 2-2 split to try to break back in.
Aluka, first point of contact, clean. Doesn't even take a bullet. 4 in a row, make it 5. Now the fight back over to the hard point. Celium able to get himself onto a couple in a row. Exit finishes off Super with the pistol. Split spawn situation. And Kismet wants to open up the map. Couple of tags come through. Needs to finish his food, not quite able to, and then that moment, the SMGs for the Heretics able to combine for a couple. Aluka very close to a Hellstorm, but shut down. Exit will also drop. The break for the scrap is good for Heretics.
I thought Kismet was going to make the play. At least pepper these players up a little bit to set your teammates up for some freebies, but the Heretics push them back. We're heading over to our third P1. A 5-point difference. Tournament lives on the lines here for the Falcons, and spawns all around the damn map.
Gotta win your ones. Metals pulled aside just a touch. Able to win his first. A little bit of space, but not enough. Falcons back into the hard point. They win that last 1v1 on the Super cleanly. Small lead. We could see this extend to P2. Especially with this next hit coming from for the Heretics. Celium's waiting for the first point of contact before he hops up. And Kismet, another big double. Cell is still in position to pinch behind this play if he needs to. But he's got to get himself involved. The rest of his teammates are a little bit held right now.
And neither team wins here, so it's all about who's going to win the rotation over towards New. Great pickup from Exton to locate where Super was. And all you want to do is just keep on pushing the Heretics back. You have one player in Celium working on the pinch, giving you the information of where the pressure is going to be applied from. But you have to lock down this P2 to win this game.
Heretics will need only a couple of seconds The line of scrimmage is set. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Tournament life for Team Falcons. Aluka finds one over the top, but now you've got contestant from the front. You cannot allow them to stay here. You've got a pinch on the way from Kismet.
Got to make sure you block,
You've
too.
got to get in. You need to take them out of the hard point. Big win for Nettles. He's going to get a second, but the break is in. 40 seconds. Heretics trying to form up in the
the spawns. They're going to be surrounded by the Heretics players. This one last hold here for the Falcons. They got all on.
He gets a massive double. Trying to stay alive. Help is on the way, but can they get in time extend? No! He doesn't touch, and the Heretics are in the grand finals.
And Rencor is running like the Flash. What happened last time is not going to go down this time. And Rencor and MC having some words for each other. Was not expecting to see that after usually the sportsmanship that the Miami Heretics usually provide. But there's some bad blood between those guys. Regardless, Heretics move on.
Once, twice, or three times? Yeah, I think I have. We'll say it a fourth time. In the icy moments, every single map, Heretics come through and make the play. Undeniable.
A perfect time to play your best Call of Duty. Hardpoint game is good, but the search and destroys have truly been the difference maker. You bring Real back into the mix just to get the feeling that we could potentially do it a little bit different this time around at EWC compared to the last.
Thank you very much, guys. Indeed, the Team Heretics eliminate Falcons from the run to the trophy. Metals is here with me on stage. Metals, enhorabuena, bienvenido a la final. Y normalmente hay una gran rivalidad entre Francia y España, pero aquí no. Toda la gente quería ver perder a Falcons, entonces tenía toda la gente contigo. ¿Qué te ha parecido? ¿Te ha gustado? Enséñame sobre eso.
Me ha encantado que los franceses nos estuvieran apoyando todo el evento. Bueno, el partido ya que ellos perdieron contra Falcons. Yo creo que es una rivalidad que siempre está bonita de ver y que el mayor que hicieron fue una locura y fue una pasada, la verdad.
Y una rivalidad sana también, creo también. Première question, first question, of course, there's a big rivalry usually between France and Spain, but not here. He had the entire stadium with him, so did he enjoy it? Of course, I think the French fans are insane. I am so happy also to have them behind me in that game against Falcons, and we just enjoy that rivalry, basically. On est très content d'avoir cette rivalité avec les Français, mais merci de nous avoir soutenus sur cette game face à Falcon. Y después, ha sido un año difícil para ti y para tus compañeros también, pero ya sabes, ahora estás logrando el mejor éxito de Heretics en la escena de COD, este top 2 mínimo en la IWC. ¿Cuáles crees que fueron las llaves del suceso después de este año difícil?
Pues sí, como tú bien dices, ha sido un año muy, muy difícil para nosotros, especial para mí mentalmente, pero después de todo esto ha merecido la pena. Hemos puesto lágrimas y sudor en hacerlo lo mejor posible tanto en el Mundial como aquí y se están notando los resultados.
Y lo has mostrado aquí, ahora en París. So yeah, it has been a tough year for you guys and everyone is cheering, of course. It has been a tough year for you. What do you think were the keys for success? We have shed tears. We felt shit. I felt shit mentally and we had, to get back to the track and get work on it. But I'm really proud of what we have reached now. Y Metals, has jugado increíble ese torneo, en serio. Y toda la gente está diciendo que estás el X Factor de tu equipo, pero yo creo que tú me explicas porque tú piensas que estás un gran jugador.
Yo creo que soy el X Factor debido a que suelo hacer bastante el trabajo sucio y este torneo estoy jugando bastante mejor porque hablamos que nuestros AR se metieran más al punto y dejaran correr a los SMGs y yo creo que por eso tanto Real como yo estamos jugando de esta manera.
Y más juntos también es lo que parece en esa escena. So yeah, everyone is saying that you're the X factor of the team. Can you tell me why do you think you're a great player? I have indeed been playing way better on this tournament, and recently also us as a team we've fixed some issues also on our AR and making sure that we're always together. So of course I am very proud of what we've done, and I think you're very right to be proud of what you have done because great players get to crush keys here at the WC. Adelante, vamos juntos. You're gonna break the key of Falcons just here. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, to be honest.
And I think you've deserved it with that 4-0. After that beef with the Falcon boys, of course. Mesdames et messieurs, this is very meaningful. Falcons out here on COD with those championship points that would have mattered so much. But no, this is a Spanish win here in Paris to the finals. Metals, enhorabuena una vez más. En serio, qué increíble. Vamos a ir con tus fans aquí. Yo creo saber qué tal con los jugadores de Falcons. Yo tenía un poco miedo al final del partido. ¿Qué tal las cosas?
Bien, simplemente ellos hablaron mierda cuando ganaron su partido y pues nosotros hemos hablado de vuelta. Es lo que hay.
Y es el juego también. So yeah, how are things with the Falcon boys? I got a little bit scared at the end of the game. Everything is all right. They just talked shit when they won. So, you know, we just talk shit back. And I think that's also part of the game. Y última pregunta, last question. We're going to keep it in English because the world is watching you, Metals. And I'm sure that you know that. What do you want the world that is watching you to know about you, your team, Team Heretics, ahead of the finals?
I think we're going to beat them like 5-2. I think we deserved it last year to win the tournament, the whole tournament. We choked last year and we're not going to choke again.
You're not going to choke again. This time is going to be the right one. Vous l'avez compris, cette année on va pas choke. On est là pour gagner, on va le faire. 5-2, je pense, en finale, et ça va être évidemment mémorable. Muchas gracias por esa entrevista una vez más. And don't go anywhere because the main event is about to start. 100 Thieves versus Optic after a short break. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much, Lou, and congratulations to the Heretics. This is the highest placement we have ever seen from a player from Spain. This is the guaranteed highest placement in Heretics history. Their first grand finals. They finished on the podium with third place last season. Now they are guaranteed second place, $320,000, and are in the running for the $600,000 and the title of EWC champion.
And what a story this shapes up to be for them, right? Because of the way that their season ended last year and they come into this one, they start making some roster changes. Those don't end up panning out. They have a good online stage. They perform lackluster at LAN, and now near the tail end, they get a redemption opportunity. They get their revenge now against the Falcons. I've been giving them trouble all season long. One of the only teams to match them when it comes to the pace in some of these respawns, and now they're in their first grand final ever for another opportunity.
Let's talk about the closer of this game here, 221-217. How did you see the Miami Heretics close it out?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, just beautiful gameplay, Chris. At times I question their efficiency multiple times, not having spawns inside of the P2, holding it from the front. It required a break in the very end, and it's only right that it ends on this hill. It's quite poetic. Real coming in, making a huge play for the final cleanup. This Heretics team here to play.
And then watch the reaction. What sparked the beef between MacArthur and Rancor? Well, Celium didn't like the fact that this man jumped out of his seat, threw off his headset, and sprinted across the stage. I felt like I was watching the UFC. Your name was. I mean, look at the energy here. Now, this all started when the Falcons beat the Heretics earlier in this tournament, and you just heard from Metals. Falcons let the Heretics know that they were on the losing end of that first fight.
100%, and they beat them at Champs as well, Chris. So this was pent up. And if you saw before the match, and here's the fish as you see.
Get out of my face. Don't touch me, man.
Getting spicy on that stage.
Hey, brush your teeth. No, you brush your teeth.
They had the showdown, the face-off before the match as well. Rencor was all business. He had something up his sleeve, and you sometimes got to let the opposition know.
I will say, if my big brother was in the audience, I would feel a little extra special on that stage as well to do it in front of the family. Congratulations. You know this moment meant everything, and I love the fact that it's not Super. It's not Rancor given the honor to crush the key. They are giving it to the vet. He played alongside Lucky, who is now coaching. Metals has always been that X factor. He's had an insane ceiling. Now he's bringing consistency at a $1.8 million Call of Duty tournament, Anthony.
Yeah, and listen, the reason is because this Miami team have never played efficient COD. It seemed like at times Super, Rencor, kind of playing for themselves. You're seeing now with all the pressure after bringing in Real, the community completely flipped on this roster. These guys are finally playing for the win. The kills don't matter, and now Metals can shine. I think that's the reason he's having his best tournament that we've ever seen.
Ali, I got to ask you, in this one, it looked like Super or Real had a better game. Who do you think is the front runner for MVP if it comes from the Heretics?
Oh man, that's a hard one. It makes me want to lean Real because of how consistent he's been all weekend long, but the Super Snipes being brought back this weekend has turned their S&D completely around to what we saw at the beginning of the season. So I think it is neck and neck between these two. If I had to pick one right now for Impact, I would pick Real, but Super is right there behind him.
Yeah, I'm going to go Super because of the overload, right?
Here we go.
You know, it's 2-0. We get to that overload. He pops, take massive spawn kills, and look at them breezing through this bracket, find themselves in a grand final.
Heretics are the first into our grand final. They're guaranteed $320,000, a whole bunch of club championship points, but the real question is, who will they face? We find out after this with 100 Thieves taking on Optic Gaming.